Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to a random live stream that's just called Ask Me Anything, but it's actually just like a random live stream. Wow, thanks so much for being here, everyone. There's already 40 people. That's kind of insane. Well, thank you, everyone. Cameron, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. And Trolling BF. Hello, hey. Silver Moon. We love you, man. And yeah, you know what? I was, every once in a while, I'll sit here with like 5 minutes to go, and I'll just kind of wait, because I got 5 minutes to wait. And I'll just look at the chat, and I'm like, what's going on here? And a lot of people were saying, I'm new. And I'm like, what? That's really cool. Mr. Cosmic Reviews. You know, it's a really good way. If anyone's ever like, can I have a shout out or something? You know, it's a really good way to get a shout out without just straight up asking for it. It's just like if you say something so incredibly clever or funny or something that just like is so good that, I wouldn't even be able to miss it because it's just so smart or clever. Then I would, right there, Mr. Cosmic Reviews. It would be shout outable in and of itself, But hey, everyone, thank you so much for coming in. I just have some stuff that I was going to just bring up, talk about, and really mostly just answer any questions if you guys have any, because this is usually the best time for me to do that kind of thing live. And I didn't have enough time this week to do 2 full videos like I usually do. So I was like, hey, how about just a live stream and a video? And there's a video coming on Sunday as always. So, Johnny Velos was up. And Monster T4 with the first question. Life is good. Life is good. I'm very fortunate to be able to say that. But it's good. It's very busy. Tomorrow, my wife and I are going to Pokemon Go Fest in New York City. So if you're going, maybe I'll see you. And then on Sunday, we have a 4th of July party at our house. So I'm doing a lot of prep for both of those. So it's been very busy. Right, Robert? Hey, big boy Yum. I absolutely love all your videos, especially the ones with boxes of random objects. I have a blast watching them. I'm so glad to hear that. The boxes of random objects, most of them come from Super Action stuff. Those are a lot of fun to open up. And honestly, I'm really glad that I've done a whole bunch of those because it really seemed like people loved them. I'm actually not usually a guy that loves like lots of accessories and stuff like that, but there's such a great response from them. I just had to keep doing more of them. And like I did so many of them to the point where there were some people thinking that like, is this guy being paid to make them? Why else would he be making so many videos? It's just like people tend to like them. So I'm gonna keep doing them, obviously. Comic Dad, how's it going? Congrats again on the 1,000 on Instagram, dude. Congrats again. All right. So, man, there's already so many questions that I feel like I'm gonna miss them. If I do miss a question, please feel free to throw it out there again. In case I do miss it. Sonic, when did I start YouTube? YouTube, 2018 or something. I mean, I guess you could scroll back to the first video, but It's only been about 5 or so years, I think, for YouTube. But this year's actually my 10-year anniversary of toy photography. Pretty crazy, right? 10 years. Republic Customs. Do you think it's good to do figure photography on phone? Because that's what I've been doing. Yeah, it's definitely good. It's definitely good. There's never... One of the things that's great about toy photography is that no matter who you are, what you've got, what you own, what you have, what you like, you can do toy photography. Whether you have a phone, you have this figure, you have Lego, whatever you've got, whatever you are, whatever you like, you can do it. It's available to everyone as long as you have some type of phone, camera, and a toy of some sort. That's all, you know? So yes, Republic Customs, 100%. And if you love doing it with a phone, keep doing with it. If you want to upgrade to a camera, keep doing with it. And who knows, maybe upgrading to a camera isn't even thought of as being an upgrade at all. So, you know, just do what you want to do. Monster T14. You know what? I have seen several photos and stuff of this guy. He looks great. I don't collect a whole lot of Marvel stuff, and the stuff I do collect are very, you know, basic characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Deadpool, whatever. But I have seen him, and he does look really good. He does look really good. Hey, Zixril. I actually have a whole lot of Dragon Ball figures. Dragon Ball Z is actually a huge part of my upbringing in general. I love Dragon Ball Z, but I don't shoot them that often, and I don't cover them that often. I honestly, it's because I so often do things that are not anime that if I were to start doing anime, it's always kind of a risk involved. If I spend a whole week working on a video and and then it's about anime and then nobody watches it, it's like, dang it. Like, it's tough with YouTube. But I definitely will probably do a few more, some DBZ for sure. And it's also interesting too with DBZ, like I have all of the main characters. I don't have a huge need to get more. Like the obscure characters, as far as a collecting standpoint, I don't have a huge like impulse to buy like Dodoria. You know, like I've got, you know, Zarbon or like smaller characters like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Hey, no chewing! Do you have a favorite pocket figure to take with you on vacations? It's totally Mando. 100% is Mando. He's just like, obviously he's a great character. He's like my favorite Star Wars character. No, he is in fact my favorite Star Wars character. Plus Mando and Grogu kind of work in any location. You can bring them anywhere and they'll work. You know, it's just like, so they fit. Plus they're great. Yeah, thanks for coming in, No Chewing. ATM edits, dude, I freaking love you. You sent me an audio. I did. That's amazing. Well, it's not amazing that I did that, but it's amazing that you even liked it, you know. And what was it for? Was it like a giveaway or something? Either way, I appreciate you very much, and I love your Negan picture. Do you have a cartoon Iron Man action figure you can show? Actually, you know what? All of my figures are all the way upstairs. So the only figures I really have around are just like some like this. My boxed Black Series collection is all over the wall. That's really the only thing I've got. But I do have a figure that I thought is just really cool. This is for all my 90s people. For all my 90s people. And it's for anybody, really, who will appreciate it. But I think 90s people will appreciate. How cool is this? Freaking Street Sharks figures are back. Look at this. Street Sharks. And if you like, this was a thing that was pretty hot for a little bit during the 90s. And then after that, like, nobody cares. There's no real evergreen love for Street Sharks, kind of like, you know, Ninja Turtles are still so hugely relevant. But Mattel has released a, I don't know, what is this called? A anniversary, I don't know. So I've got Ripper coming soon too, and I got Jab here. So I'm going to be doing a video once Ripper comes in. And these guys apparently have some more articulation and stuff. And I've got some of the OG figures too to compare them with. So this is going to be a very exciting video, and I cannot wait. You guys will actually be interested in that. Man, you guys are throwing in some great questions, and I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to just really pick and choose, or just kind of like click on the first thing I see. I actually got him on Amazon, but they're available on Entertainment Earth, and they got Toy Store everywhere. The Calisthenic Kid. Every time I do a video about any figure, so if you watch any of those videos, I always put the link of where I get it there. So if you ever watch any of those videos, it's all right there. So most of the time I use Entertainment Earth just because I really like that site, but sometimes I can go elsewhere a lot of times. So if you're ever watching a video and you see a figure, it's linked in the description of that video every time. Promise. What was your favorite figure of them all? Of all the Street Sharks? If that's what you mean? Ripper was, well, I liked Ripper. I always want to call him Ripster. Is it Ripster? Hang on a second. Am I saying it wrong? Ripster Street Shark. Is it Ripster or Ripper? It is Ripster. Okay, good. Because I thought I was saying it wrong by saying Ripper, and I was wrong. So good. Okay. Probably Ripster. I always tend to like the leader of the group, whatever IP it is. But I do like Streaks because he's just cool. You know, he's just cool. Oh my gosh, you guys! I've never had this incredible problem before, to the point where I can't even keep up with questions even close. I'm so sorry. I wish I could answer them all, but I'll do my best. Elv Gamervid, what's your favorite toy on photography? Also, I have just done a photo of Finn from the new Star Wars. That's cool. Well, nice. Finn's a great character. He doesn't get enough love, but my favorite figure is currently, for a while, it was my SH Figuarts Mando, and it has shifted to my Mafex Mando. Man, what a great figure. What a great figure. Kaiju Clan, recommending some Godzilla figures. I've got a ton of Hayatoys Godzilla figures on pre-order. So yeah, and these will be my first ones. So I'm very excited. Coming soon. Joe Crunch, the best answer to this is both. Sometimes one's better than the other. But I guess the best answer is both. I think Coolest Items is a spammer. Comic Dad. Coolest Items. I don't even know what you're talking about. Or maybe that was just addressing somebody else. Either way, I love you, man. What action figures do you recommend for a beginner? Honestly, as far as a beginner, I don't think any figure is, like, you could get any figure and it would be great for a beginner. Like, there's never like an advanced figure. I mean, there's some that are more expensive, but just get whatever you think is cool. Like, if you're into Star Wars, like, who's your favorite character? Mandalorian? Just type in the Mandalorian figure and then just take a look and see what you got. And then if you're trying to decide on, like, oh, should I get the SHF or the Mafex or something, that's when you head to YouTube and see which is the better one. But yeah, just whatever you like the most. Sonic Axe, I've seen you've been throwing this question a couple times, so I'm gonna make sure I answer it. And I get this question actually all the time. And no, I don't have any Five Nights at Freddy's, and I probably will never do a Five Nights at Freddy's video. That's not because I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's is cool, because actually I don't really know anything about it. I've never played the game. I never saw the movie. But if I were to make a video, use it with Five Nights at Freddy figures, and I'm like trying to review it and talk about, oh, I really like Freddy Fazbear. I'll just be a total noob. Like, nobody wants to watch a noob talk about a characters he'd never even seen on screen before. So I'm gonna have to review stuff I at least know a little bit, or I'm just gonna it'll be a terrible video of me just talking about something I'm clueless about. So unfortunately, I probably will never be doing any FNAFs. Isaac, do you think it's worth it to buy a I gotta read them before I click on them. I don't know, to be honest, but probably $16 is pretty cheap, so it's not a whole lot to lose, Ooh, okay. great question. The Revoltech, the Eren Yeager as the Attack Titan, right? He looks awesome, and I really want to get that figure. That looks really good. And I recently did a full it was like a half rewatch, half catch up with Attack on Titan. Watched the whole thing. Wow, what a crazy, highly conceptual show that turns into. But yeah, I definitely am feeling that. And that's the only Attack on Titan figure that I would have. So it's kind of, I always feel weird having just like one character from it, but so yes, the answer to your question is yes, even though it's not a yes or no question. Oh crap, there was a poop god. Is it really you? Like, are you really him? Well, on Sunday, I will be putting out a Spider-Man figure video. So the answer to that question will be answered in video form on Sunday. So make sure you check it out. Give it a quick like, all that stuff. Speaking of likes, make sure you are liked this video while you're watching, please. And speaking of liking things, whoa, Alonzo, my man, when you throw a question in that many times, I have to put you in a timeout. That's too many. That's too many. If you spam anymore, I gotta put you in the timeout just for a little bit. But I'm gonna give this away. Let's do a quick giveaway. What? Someone has already entered the giveaway. Maybe it just happened to be typing, whatever. So this right here is a Toy Photographer magazine. It's awesome. It's thick. It's jam-packed full of a lot of really great educational, beautiful, awesome content, and it's physical form. Like, you can open it up and actually look at cool toy stuff. It's not on a phone or a screen of some sort, and it's really cool. And it's volume 1, and I have a pretty big section in it. Look at that's me. So it's pretty cool. It's called Sirdork Speaks. I have spoken. But yeah, if anyone wants to win this, first, like the video. Make sure you like it. That's the first thing. And I guess make sure you're subscribed. I feel like everyone watching probably is. Thank you. And then type in the word magazine in the chat. And I will send this to you. This Toy Photographer magazine. So type in the word magazine in the chat. And my real name is Jared. My real name is Sirdork. Yes, my name is Jared. So yeah, just type in the word magazine, and if your name gets chosen, send me a message either on Instagram or on Twitter, or send me an email, or just go to my website, use the contact button, whatever way you can contact me, and just be like, hey, it's me, I won, here's my address, and I'll send it to you. I'll throw in a couple little signed things. Maybe I'll sign this. Nah, I feel like I'm just gonna ruin it if I sign it. So yeah, right now 29 entries. I'm not giving away an action figure or anything, which that's usually the thing. Hey, Nilla. Speaking of giveaways, Nilla, you still have not sent me your address for when you won the last giveaway. I've got this all packaged up and ready to send out. I just need your address, and honestly, I keep forgetting to message you to remind you. So yeah, send me on over your address, man, and I'll send you out the little sticker pack thing. Poop God, you have won so far. My favorite name of the night so far. Cool, Nilla. Sounds good. We've got busy lives, All right, here we go. 32. I mean, I'll wait a little bit longer, but there's a lot of great questions. I'm gonna answer more questions after the giveaway. All right, I'm just gonna do it. And the winner is. Oh, Oh, Silver Moon, you almost had it. Wheels toy photo. Wheels, you won, Mr. Wheels toy photo. Send me if I see the words toy photo in your name, I have a good feeling that we probably already follow each other on Instagram. So send me an Instagram message or whatever way you can contact me with your address, and I will send this out to you, my friend. And I hope you like it. I'm sure you will. It's pretty cool. I mean, aside from the fact that I have a spot in there, there's a lot of tons of other really great like artists in here. Really great. So Mr. Wheels, there you are. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Okay, so I will do my best to start throwing in those questions as much as I can, and I'll try to like share my screen and have some other visual types of things on the screen too. Sometimes I feel like just looking at my face is just like kind of boring. That's why if you ever watch any of my videos, I like never show my face anymore. Not because I don't want to, it's just feel like that's boring. You know? Johnny Espinoza, what's your favorite Black Series figure? Johnny, I actually did a whole video on my top favorites, my favorite Black Series, and then favorite custom, and my favorites. But my favorite is the most recent Mandalorian Black Series that came out. Just incredible, just incredible. But if you want to know more, it's just called Top 5 Black Series on there. It's in there. What are your thoughts on Marvel Select? I think they're great. Actually did a video on a Diamond Select figure recently on the Iron Giant, and I talked a little bit about some Marvel Select figures, and I think they're great. Not always the best as far as articulation, but they look good, and they're usually pretty big. You know, they're big, you know, chunky. Dark Elf, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Thank you so much. What's your opinion on the Robert Pattinson Batman Mafex? I'm totally unfamiliar with it, but are there really any Mafex figures that are not super great? I mean, there are a few from many years ago that are not so great, but I feel like nowadays they'd only put out just amazing stuff, probably. So I don't have any personal experience with it, but I'm sure it's amazing. And I appreciate you sending in the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. You were awesome. The SHF Deku, yes, I did. Figure Arts is really stepping into other really huge anime lately. You know, Yu Yu Hakusho is the one I'm most excited about. I cannot wait to get that Yusuke Urameshi. I'm not sure if I'll dive into the My Hero Academia, because I actually did have the Figma ones for a while and actually sold them. Maybe I will get Deku though. Who knows? Well, Tristan, thanks for the super chat. Thank you so much. Like, if you had a question, I would answer it, but there's nothing in there. But Tristan Hogue, thank you so much, my friend. You are amazing. Whoa, Muhammad, what do you think, Mafex or McFarlane? I mean, I love them both, but I think it's unfair to put them into the same category because McFarlane sells their figures for like $20. Mafex sells their figures from what, 70 to 100. You could get 4 to 5 potential McFarlane figures for the price of one Mafex. So it's not fair. I do love them both. And actually, I've had a lot of direct interaction with the company McFarlane themselves. I've met Todd before, and everyone there is like really awesome and really nice. So I have a little bit of a bias towards them just because they're just great. Whoa, Johnny. But have you ever reviewed any vintage collection play sets? I did do a vintage collection Slave 1 review of the big ship, but that was probably the only one. I probably won't do this as much. I really have to stick to things that I love and I like, because if I review something I don't really like, it's just gonna be a boring video. It's gonna be like, yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know, you know, like, wouldn't you rather watch a video of somebody that like has actual enthusiasm as opposed to like none? I don't know, but I just don't really collect the smaller scale stuff. So yeah, Nat Boy, hello. Nine Tails Cowtix. Yo, the G.I. Joe classified figures are underrated. I don't need to know the characters, but they're pretty good background soldier figures. You know what? Ninetales. I agree. I don't know anything about G.I. Joe, so I guess before my time maybe. But every time I'm in the store and I see him, I'm like, it's a pretty good looking fig. Pretty good looking fig. So, but I still have not. I still have not bought any, and I probably won't, because I've got so much crap. You know, I can only really buy stuff that is like either something I really want or I think will be a really great video or something. You know. Austin Gaming. What's the best place to get plastic action figure blood from action figure pictures to do? Oh, great. Go to, if you, I did a whole review on this really great blood and gore plastic blood like you want. It's by Super Action Stuff. So if you scroll down onto mine and you see like it's like 30 gory accessories for $15 or something like that. $30. Go and check them out, or just go to Super Action Stuff. They're great. It's called the Casket of Cruelty is the name of the box. So yeah, Austin, great question. Great question. Lobo, Marvel or Star Wars? Star Wars. Quickest question ever. Johnny says, do you review any Colby products? I don't even know what you're talking about, dude, my friend. But I appreciate you asking. Alonzo, which Black Series is the best at posing? That's a good question. Usually the thinner of a figure you have, like literally it's a skinny person, usually you'll be able to pose better with them. So trying to think of a thin armorless figure, like usually honestly like any female figures, like if you have like Bo-Katan, like she's thinner and she's like, you know, she's got less things to hinder articulation. So honestly, and they're all pretty good as a whole anyway, but that's good. I guess my best answer for that. L Gamer says, I have two questions. Have you tried Gundam to make photos? And what is the best toy shop, online or physical, that you'd recommend to buy toys? I'm not a big Gundam guy. I have done it once a very long time ago for like a contest or something, and it was fun. But not a big Gundam guy, so I probably won't do anymore. And L Gamer Vid, same place. Entertainment Earth's my favorite spot for toys for sure. But like I said, anytime I get a figure from somewhere and it's in a video, I always say where I got it. Even if it's just a photo, if you swipe, I always say where I got it. So, what's the best way to stand out of the crowd? Robert Pfeffer. I like this question. Well, I'm going to answer this in the best way I know as far as creating toy photos or toy content. Just keep working on your craft as hard as you can all the time, every day. Well, maybe not every day, but all the time, just to make it as cool as possible. And as long as you're doing something that's beautiful and looks awesome and someone's scrolling and they're like, whoa, that's cool, then you're going to stand out. Like, try to look at what other people are doing as far as like toy related things and try to, you do that, but like try to take it to the next level or make it different or just make something that looks unique, I guess. And that way you'll stand out. And it is hard because there's a lot out there. It is really hard. And man, my biggest thing is thumbnails. How to make a thumbnail stand out. And so far I've got the theme of going where I like point at it. Or like my hand. And that's just what I've been doing. And hopefully that works. I don't know. Dirk Dinosaur, how do you feel about Power Rangers? Do you like or not really? And a side note, can I send you some of my toy photography pictures? Yes, please. You can always send me some toy photos, please. Whether it be Instagram, however, I would love to see them. And I actually love Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. I've got a pretty decent collection, mostly of when SH Figure Arts was putting them out. So I've got a bunch of those. I do have a few Hasbro ones too, but that's another line of characters where like I feel pretty good. Like there's not a whole lot of Power Rangers that I don't have yet that I want again. You know, I feel like I've collected my favorites and I'm good. You know, that's another thing where I just like I don't feel the need to get more Power Rangers because I feel like I have all my favorites. I don't know. How do you get rid of loose parts? I don't know what you mean. Like loose parts on an action figure? Well, I mean, I guess if you want to get rid of anything, you could just throw it away. But I don't know what you mean, Mr. Random. I appreciate you sending it, but if you want to try and be more specific, maybe I'll try to grab your question again. Tristan Hogue, are you thinking about doing Transformers again? I get this question a lot too, doing Transformers, and you know what? I have heard them, and I will be doing another Transformer video soon because I think I like Transformers. I didn't really grow up with them. The most exposure I really had to them was watching the Michael Bay movies. But I do think like Optimus Prime is cool. He's just a cool character. I don't really care about them in the transformed mode or transforming them. I just think he's cool. So I do have a figure coming very soon that I will make a video on. And it's Optimus Prime. It's a really cool figure too, by the way. So hopefully it will be worth the wait. I hope it will be. Robert, do you collect Hot Toys? I do. I have a few. I haven't bought one in probably over a year though. I've got probably like 20 of them. But the best way to take pictures of them, I'd say you can use all the same techniques that you do with anything else, but just kind of, you're gonna have to move your camera back a little bit to get him to fit because he's bigger. I guess, but I do prefer shooting smaller figures, so I don't shoot them very often, and I just kind of get them to like have them and look at them, you know, because I just like to have them. That's all. Crypto Kooky, hello, thanks for coming in. And Django, I have seen you throw this question in, but I have also already answered this today. And yes, I've got a bunch of Haya Godzilla figures coming in, and I will be doing multiple videos. I will. Ragnar says, I like the Droidica. And Ragnar, I do too. So thanks for watching that video if that's what you're talking about. Charles, when did you start your collection, and how old are you when you started? I started the collection, I think, when I was probably... I think it's like 2013 or 2012 when I started. And I think I was like either 19 or 20. Something. I'm 32 now, so... for a little bit. Not like my whole life or anything. Nilla says, do you feel you have a good method of organizing and storing your figures? If so, do you have a video on that? Man, to be honest, I kind of just display, like I have like shelves, like, you know, the display shelves like anyone else would. And I just kind of display them. And actually, like, I find myself minimalizing a lot lately. I've been, any figures I'm not super crazy about, I'm selling them, and then any other figures that I kind of just usually have as background fodder, I kind of just put them in a drawer somewhere. But I do have a big organizer for all of my loose pieces, which I actually did do a video on that, on the organizer. But I don't really have a good, I just kind of put everything on the shelf, on shelves. I have one big room that's just all for shelves, and it's a pain because they fall over and they get dusty. I think I may eventually put them into organized shelves or drawers or something sometime, because it's just, I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's hard to maintain. Big Boy Yum, how do I get to your website? Just go to sirdork.com. Sirdork.com. Also, is there more boxes of accessories from Super Action stuff? And if so, are you going to make a video? Because I would like to see it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that you enjoy watching them. And I've pretty much done all of his stuff. But I I do know him personally, kind of. And he has told me about a few things coming in the future. And so when those are here, I will definitely put a review on them. But it probably won't be for a while. I think maybe next year or something. But they're cool. He's got some cool stuff coming. Really super cool stuff coming. Isaac, I'm not going to put your question on the screen, but if you keep throwing a question in like a billion times, it's going to make me not want to answer it. Like copy paste over and over or spamming is the question. But keep throwing it in. But if you keep throwing it in too many times, it just becomes too much. Too much. Joe Crunch, X-Men or Avengers? It's weird because if you were to ask me in the 90s, I would have been like, who? X-Men. But nowadays, I'm totally going to say Avengers. Because, I mean, we've got a lot of great movies. I mean, there's a lot of great X-Men movies too, but it's weird. As I grow older, like, I find myself having less time to keep up with things, in general. So, like, I haven't read a comic book in, like, years. So, my best way to keep up with this kind of thing is through movies, and I love going to the movies. I would like to go at least once a week, but so like, yeah, movies are, so right now there's not a whole lot of X-Men movies. And so it's easy for me to like the Avengers more right now, but that could be different very soon. Very, very soon. Robert Pfeffer, have you seen the new Darth Maul and Speeder? Ugh. Yes, and I want it right now, but it's an SDCC exclusive. So, but I think it's coming to Hasbro Pulse later, so I would definitely like to review it and get one. And the packaging is so awesome. Whew. Man, Morty. It's I suck at doing like top 5 of like everything I own, but I'll usually do a top 5 every year. So I did a top 5 in 2022 and in 2023, and I'll do one at the end of this year too. But man, I've gotten way more figures this year than ever, so this is gonna be a crazy one. Town, hey man, I have a dial with a lot of blinking LEDs, but at different times. Should a slow shutter speed help to capture all of them, or should I use layering with multiple shots? Man, this is an interesting thing. Yeah, because the faster your shutter speed is, the more likely you are to take the shot when, because LEDs are literally constantly blinking. Like if you do a slow-mo video with a really high frame rate, your LEDs are going to look like they're blinking, because the faster your camera is capturing, the more likely it's going to capture it when the LED is actually blinked off. So I guess a slower shutter speed will probably do the trick. I think it would probably do the trick. Yeah. And if that doesn't work, then yeah, layering them all together, Town, will absolutely do the trick. Roasted Animations with a $5 super chat, and it says, man, such poetry. It says skibbity toilet Riz, yes or no? And I think I actually know what this means, even though I think it's pretty dumb. But skibbity toilet, so the skibbity comes from that song, skibbity bub dub dub, right? That comes from that. I don't know what the toilet is about, but Riz is like someone having good game with, ladies or with dudes, or like, having charm, right? And I guess this is just a combination of them together, right? So I'll say yes to it, even though I think it's kind of dumb, but it is the way a generation speaks, at least for now. So I'm not going to say no, even though it's a thing. Johnny, what's your favorite effect for toy photos? Fireworks, man. Come on. I actually haven't done any fireworks shots in a while. I should. Republic Customs. Should you get the SH Figure Arts Jango Fett? He's an old one. I would say yeah. I mean, I actually have him, and he's pretty good. pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a new one sometime soon. I think that'd be kind of cool, actually. But yeah, definitely is a yes. Shadow Zone. The next photo theme is the theme of birthday. And you know what? I think I've got the banner still, right? Yep. It's just Sirdork birthday. The theme of birthday. It's not like for my birthday or anything, because it's not. It's just the theme of birthday. So go for it. Excited to see what you come up with. B Money, do you like DBZ? Yes. Is there a reason for so many reviews lately? Purple Possimo. Well, I've kind of shifted my YouTube channel a little bit to kind of have a, let's see, like to have the main focus of a video be more aimed towards a broader audience, which are reviews, but still have a good amount of toy photography incorporated into those. So the main, when you click on the video, it's an action figure review, but there's toy photography in it. Because if I were to create a video right now that just said best toy photography editing, nobody's gonna, okay, maybe not nobody, but a much smaller amount of people are gonna want to click on that, just because that isn't something they can really connect with, because toy photography is such a small little niche in the world. But action figures is a much bigger, still a niche, but much, much, much bigger. So if I can make a video about an action figure, but still sneak toy photography in there, works for me because more people watch it. And then hopefully works for everyone else too, because more people will get introduced to toy photography. So that's why there's more reviews lately than toy photo videos. But don't worry, each review, I call them shooting and reviewing, because there's shooting involved too. And there's always some toy photography stuff in it. I'm always breaking down a little bit of what's going on in there. So yeah. And Joe Crunch, absolutely, please tag me, send me stuff. Might take me a day or two to respond sometimes, but I always will. Spider-Man fan, it is coming out on Sunday. It's all done and ready. It's just like sitting there waiting for me to hit click to go, but it's coming out on Sunday, promise. Coolest items online. You should check out Marvel Select Red Hulk. It's really cool. Okay, well, I've got the Marvel Select Green Hulk. Just normal Hulk. And he's quite great. He's quite great. I'm sure the Red Hulk is probably also amazing. Tristan, can't have a Q&A without answering this question. And actually, you know what? I certainly don't mind answering it, actually, because everyone starts, right? I got introduced to toy photography probably the same way you did. Just I noticed other people doing it online. You know, back exactly 10 years ago, when I was really getting heavily into collecting and posting them on Instagram, I noticed other people taking cool pictures of them, you know, and it was called toy photography. And I was like, this is cool. And then I just kind of got into it. Started doing it myself. And that's it. Yeah, probably the same way as you, right? You just found it online. Jacob Morton, do you have any Zelda figures? I have one of the Figma Link figures, but I do have the newest Figma Link from Breath of the Wild on pre-order. Boy, I cannot wait to do that. Cannot wait to do that. Silver Moon, what a great question. What is one figure you want that doesn't exist yet? Well, usually my number one answer for this is V for Vendetta, but I do have a really great third party V for Vendetta. Oh yeah, so I want a Jim Carrey The Grinch. That's what I want. And I'm just like waiting for NECA to do it. I'm sure there's weird licensing that needs to happen, but another one too is I would love a newer Shrek figure. Yep, I want NECA or somebody to do Shrek. OFP Marine. I would love some new Punisher figures. I feel like there's like a billion Mezco Punishers. Isn't there like a ton of them? Like, just like with Wolverine, Mezco's like a billion Wolverine. Aren't there also like a billion Punishers? Charles says, can you send in the Philippines if there is one? I've just about sent a giveaway to every part of the world at this point. Not like every country. But yeah, Yeah, I've sent them just about everywhere. So yeah. And there's been times where I've had to spend like $50 on shipping. But like I hate excluding anyone. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna do a giveaway, I don't want to exclude anybody. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Austin says, where do you get cool action figures from? Entertainment Earth. Sorry, I ventured this a couple times today. Entertainment Earth. And every video I post, I always put where I got it from. And it's a link and everything. Hot Dog Man. Do you have any 1000 Toys Cuphead or Mugman action figures? The only 1000 Toys figure I own is the Halo Master Chief. And it's incredible. Like 1000 Toys is just... They're one of the best ones doing it. Man. Nilla, how the heck has this not happened? Has NECA done a life-size? They've done life-size. Oh my god, why can I not think of the word? What is Gizmo from? Why am I spacing on the dumbest thing ever? Gremlins, jeez. Hasn't NECA done life-size Gremlins? But, I mean, that would be huge, right? That would be amazing. People would love that. Hey, Tristan, I appreciate you coming in here. What Clone Wars figures? Anything from Black Series. I mean, totally. I mean, they don't go with the, the aesthetic and the art style from Clone Wars, which I think is a good thing. They just kind of go with, making them more live action looking, and I like that. So that's what I would say. Okay, they're not actually life size. Interesting. Spider-Man fan, are you doing anything like the Casket of Cruelty soon or anything? I've done just about everything from Super Action stuff. So once new stuff comes, I will. My favorite character B-Money from DBZ is older Gohan, especially when he gets that mystic power during the Majin Buu saga, and he comes back and he's just like kicking everyone's booty. Well, Majin Buu's booty, but in his narcissism almost and cockiness, he gets sucked up and absorbed. Yeah, man. But yeah, that version of Gohan. Hey, Blockbuster guy. Have you done any other photography besides toys? For me, sports is my main and toys is my hobby. Really, I didn't know that. That's really cool, man. I shoot. So my wife is a cosplayer and she's a fashion designer, and anytime her, if you see any of her stuff, it's just all the stuff that she has made and she's wearing it of her, and I'm the one to I take all of her pictures. So I do some life-sized person photography too, which is fun. I actually do really enjoy that. I don't really do photograph anybody else, mostly just her. But I guess that's kind of it. It's pretty much all I do. Photograph my cats sometimes. So there's that. Hey, Bo. If there was one figure you could only keep. So if only to delete all of my action figures, but keep one, I would choose my Mayfix Mandalorian. Man. Tough choice. These are tough questions. Mohammed, I don't collect Lego at all. I was hugely into Lego when I was a kid. Like my whole room was all Lego stuff, and I would send pictures in the Lego magazine, so I'd get in there. But I think full-size action figures are cooler. I think they're cooler. Charles, do you have any bootleg action figures? I've actually been doing a lot more of the bootleg stuff lately because I never realized how good they have gotten. I've had a few in the past, not by choice, by either accidental or whatever, and man, they're always bad. But now there's some are just getting really good. So I did one recently about the SpongeBob Nendoroid bootleg, and then on Sunday I'll be putting out a Spider-Man one. And man, it's fun. It is fun. What's my least favorite figure? To be honest, if I buy a figure and I don't like it, I'm gonna get rid of it. I have no reason to hold on to it. I'm gonna probably sell it, and it's not because it's always bad. It's just I'm not a fan of it, you know. Oh, Austin, are you gonna take a picture of Venom and Carnage? What would that be? That would be really cool. The new Marvel Legends Carnage looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have a good Carnage. Maybe I should. That would be a fun figure to review, actually. Roasted Animation, thank you so much, dude, for the super chat. That's amazing. Thank you so much. How long did it take you to become monetized? It doesn't. I think you have to be at 1,000 subscribers, and I don't know, maybe it took me like a year or something to get 1,000. But when you first reach that, like 1,000, and to get monetized, you're not really bringing in any money. Like, it's like, yeah, you're monetized, and what you'll get like $1 at the end of the day, or at the end of the month or something, when you get that 1,000. But it took me, it's only been in the last couple of years there's actually been like a noticeable amount of money that I've gotten from YouTube. And like, I can't really express enough like how, like, if you want to really dive forth and head into YouTube, how incredibly rewarding and worth it is. It is more work than I think you'll probably realize, and you really have to dedicate yourself to it. But if you do, and you work hard at it, and you start making really good videos and stuff, it's totally worth it. And I'm at the point right now where it's making quite a good difference in our lives, and it's actually been very, very helpful. So, like, if you love something a lot, whether it's toys or not, there's absolutely a space for it on YouTube. If you combine your personality with it and the love that you have for it to make engaging and fun videos of you just being passionate, people are going to watch it, you know, and it's going to be worth it. Just keep going. And thank you so much again for that super chat. Seriously, that's incredibly kind. Nat Boy says, thoughts on Acolyte? I'm liking it quite a bit, actually. Not the last episode, but the one before was incredibly shocking. And it's definitely not my favorite, but I think this is something that I'm going to come back to. I'm going to come back to all the Star Wars series, but I'm going to come back to many times later on and watch it all the way through and really get something more out of it every time, I think. It's actually, like, in the beginning, when it first started coming out, it was really unfortunate just seeing all of these people already deciding how much they hate it before they've even watched it. And it's really kind of sucked, and it's just too bad. But I think because of that, it has gotten the show good, just publicity in general. So it's the second most successful Star Wars show, I think, as far as viewership and stuff, which is great. I'm glad to hear it. It's definitely not a perfect show. It's not as good as Mando, that's for sure. But I definitely like it, and I've already been a fan of the High Republic era. I read the first 3 adult novel books, and I like them a lot. I think it's good. Can't wait to watch more. What was your first photograph figure? It was the Power Rangers Samurai Shogun mode figure. I don't even know what brand it probably was. It wasn't Hasbro. Who was making Power Rangers back then? It wasn't like a good figure. It's like a cheapo. But that was it. Yeah. Coolest items online. Are you going to make a Deadpool and Wolverine figure video when the movie comes out? Yeah, I think so. Definitely. I'll do some of that stuff because I want to stay relevant. But there's not going to be any new figures coming out. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Mr. Random, I don't have any Kamen Rider figures. I know nothing about Kamen Rider, but I've always really admired the character designs. They're all such cool outfits and stuff like that. You know, it's just really cool. But I know nothing about it. I've never watched it, but the figures are cool. And whenever I see people taking pictures of them, I'm like, that's cool. I don't know what that guy is, but it's cool. Crypto. The challenges are I try to have them on the last Friday of every month. And the last Friday of July, I think, is the 26th. So I would like to have it then. If it, I haven't made the official post yet, but I'm planning on doing it then. So, but in general, and for future notice too, like if you want to join any of the challenges, you can pretty much count on it always being the last Friday of the month. June was the last Thursday of the month because stuff going on, but oh, Nilla says, I think that new Marvel Legends Wolverine is supposed to come out this month. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Is it from the movie? Have they revealed a new Deadpool and a Wolverine like from the movie yet? I didn't realize that. Cool. I do, Magic. I have a couple of them. I've got Deadpool. No, I don't have. I used to have the Deadpool, but I sold him. I've got Deathstroke. I did have the All Might, but I sold him. Is that it? I guess it's just Deadpool now, or Deathstroke. Oh no, I have a Harley Quinn. It's kind of my wife's now, but she's got all the Harley Quinn Yamaguchis. I feel like there's another one that I really was planning on getting. I don't remember. I do not remember. Charles Dennis Cruz. I'm asking this question because I'm new in this chat. Well, thank you so much, Charles, for being here, and I just appreciate you. But when I watch one of your videos, I was already subscribed. Okay, well, cool. I appreciate you watching, and I also appreciate you being subscribed very much, and I appreciate you being here, throwing in questions. So I appreciate you, Charles, a lot. Hey, Corix. Sirdork, my son Jackson just made a custom Darth Jar Jar. He just did a pic with it. Editing now, should be up later. Definitely either tag me in it or send it to me, Corix, because I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. Darth Jar Jar, that is awesome. Have you seen the Lego stuff that has been, I don't know if it's been leaked or revealed or what, but there's official Darth Jar Jar and lots of those, it's not really a what if, but, and there's like the dark Millennium Falcon. It's like black and stuff. Whoa, Siva! Well, thank you, Siva. Not as handsome as you are. That's for sure. But, dear Siva, I still have you as a moderator on the channel. Yes, I think you might be one of the only ones. I hope you're having a great day, Siva. And I love you, man, as always. Any toy photographer interviews planned? Yes, actually, I have one with Nilla Gorilla, who's in here right now. I have one with him. It's not next week. No, I think it is next week. Yeah, no. It's the 10th or the 11th. Yeah. Coming up very soon. And I always am very excited every time you do, Siva. Holy crap, Siva. Honestly, every time, Siva, when I go and check and I try to do inventory or just, keep track of all the membership stuff, I'm always like, I hope Siva finally canceled. I hope he has finally taken a break and he's still always there. Either way, yeah, Siva, you're the best, dude. Seriously, you're the best. Jenny, I don't know. Hundreds? I don't know. Many hundreds, I guess. Trying to downsize, actually. Eric, here we go. How do you store or organize all the extra heads, hands, and accessories? I have this really cool, it's made for like screws and like hardware stuff. It's like this big. It's all these tiny little drawers. I have it on my wall. I actually did a video on it. If you type in like Sirdork, like organize or something, because I did a whole video on it. It's really cool. And I need to go and label each drawer because every time I'm like, which drawer is it? But it's really helpful. Yes, Siva, we love you. We love you here in this community. Have you ever done any in-person collabs? If so, with who? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Nothing out, like, I wouldn't say it was like a collab, but I have done toy photography with other people in person before. And it's always fun. It's always fun. And then like I think about it, and like it's cool because my approach to my toy photos is so processed and like broken down, and what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, organized, whatever. So like whenever I do something with other people, I just got to get rid of all that and just go out, bring some figures, take some pics, have fun. And it really is fun. It's quite fun. Johnny, if you know anybody wants to give it a shot, or should go with you, it's really fun. And then, throwing out different ideas, helping out with like someone's kicking up the dirt while you take the picture or something. It's really cool. It's really fun. Should I get the SH Figuarts Kid Naruto? My friend has it, and he says it is good. Yeah, it looks good. I've seen him at Target and stuff. Yeah, definitely. If you want him, and he's a decent price too. Fudge Fred holds a grudge. Mr. Dork. Well, you can call me sir. Well, actually, that's like both versions are formal. You can just call me Jared. Although I do think it's cool when people call me Sirdork. It's like I do have a real name, but you can call me that. What's the con you got the custom stormtrooper from? I don't know what you're talking about. Which custom stormtrooper? Most of the custom troopers that I have made myself. I think. Well, made. I don't painted or customized myself, I guess. Tristan, this is a great question. Do you have any certain place you can buy explosives anytime, or do you just get them on the 4th of July? I live in Albany, New York, which is like kind of in the center to the east of New York, center east of New York. And if you go south for about 3 hours, you cross into Pennsylvania, and the laws in Pennsylvania are a lot more loose over there. And so when you cross that border, there's tons of fireworks shops because all these people coming from New York or other places, want to buy fireworks because now they're in a place where it's legal. So right on the border, there's tons of them. So I just drive there about 3 hours and pick up a bunch of fireworks right from there. And I can get them any time of the year. It's great. I actually went just like last week, and I didn't buy any for toy photography. I got a couple actually, but I just bought some for the 4th of July for the party that I'm having on Sunday. Can't wait. But what I would do is, Tristan, it's going to vary a lot depending on where you live, and just search for like fireworks shop on Google, and you might see one that's pretty far away, but it's worth taking a road trip. If you spend like $100, just on like crackling balls and sparklers, stuff like that, you're going to be good for like the year. Just stock up. Is it possible to capture fireworks and kicked up dirt using an iPhone? I mean, it definitely is. It definitely is. In my opinion, I think it's easier to do it with a camera because you can adjust things like shutter speed. Actually, you know what? There's a lot of... Actually, Siva, if you're still here, ask Trolling My BF's question. Because Siva, I think it was you, right? Recently, the other day, you were changing the exposure on your Android phone to change the shutter speed and stuff. I think you can do that. But I think there's third-party apps you can download so you can adjust settings and stuff. So, give that a shot. I mean, of course, either way, go for it. Definitely go for it. I have actually a few different videos on. If you type in like Sirdork fireworks or something, you'll get a few different options. But crackling balls are usually like the main thing. It's just something you light and it goes. You just get a little bit of. But sparklers are great too. Big Boy says, have you seen the TMNT X Universal Monsters line? It's very good, and I'd love to see some photography of it. I have, actually. It's NECA, right? I'm not a big Ninja Turtles guy. To be honest, I'm like pretty far from being interested in Ninja Turtles. But I do think the Universal Monsters are cool, but the combination it's not something that interests me a whole lot, to be honest. So that usually means I probably won't get anything from it. But I see them in the store and I still look at them. I'm like, this is a cool fig, but probably not something I'll buy. Coolest items online. What are you most excited about? And thank you so much for answering my questions. Thank you for watching and being here, man. What I'm most excited about? Honestly, like all the Godzilla stuff I've got coming is very exciting to me because I've got some other bunch of stuff planned around them. Like I've got buildings and stuff I want to do reviews on. So pretty excited. Pro mode. Yes, pro mode. There you go. Notcha. Yeah, I think that's on the Android is called pro mode. I don't think that's an option on iPhone, which is kind of lame in my opinion. So you got to find like a third-party app to be able to adjust settings and stuff. Hang on, my wife texted me. I gotta text her back. She is in Rochester right now. Hang on. I also had brought something else to, because has anyone seen these? These are literally a Skittles drink. It's not like a Skittles flavored something. It's just Skittles drink. And this is the sour flavor. So it's supposed to taste like sour Skittles. I've had a couple of the other ones, and they are saying it's really sweet is like the biggest understatement. It's like saying like the Empire State Building is taller than me. It's like, obviously it is. So I'm gonna try this right now. It matches the Sirdork green. Oh my god. This is even worse than the other. I mean, it's good because I love incredibly sweet drinks, but geez, this is outrageously sweet and sour. Oh my god. Whew. It's good though. Sean, sorry, your first time you've come in here and I'm just drinking Skittles. I need to wash this down. Sean says, first time on here. Sorry if it's been answered, but about how many toy shoots do you average on a week? Well, that's actually a really fun question. I definitely appreciate the, because this is actually kind of a different question. I definitely appreciate kind of cool, fun, different questions. Toy Box Pixels, thanks, dude. But I try to do 2 videos a week. And most of the time, the videos will include a toy photo. So it's on average, a minimum of 2. And then other times, like I get inspired to do something else that isn't revolving around the videos. And then I'll try to do something else. Like I recently did those like Oreo milk pictures. If you saw those were really fun. But those were totally separate from my YouTube stuff. So that week I put out like probably 3 different, actually technically 4 because those were 2. So yeah, on average, minimum of 2, I would say. But it's crazy because like no matter how much I do it, I still really love it. It's crazy. Sometimes it's a lot, but I still really love it. And man, when I did those Oreo photos, I was really hoping that Oreo was going to notice me, and they sure didn't. I tried, I tried. Well, yeah, thank you, my friend. Johnny, favorite bootleg fig? The one coming up in this next video on Sunday is my favorite. It's incredible. Tristan, great question. Toy photography on a beach? Yes, I have. And wow, it's so cool. I went to Mexico once a while ago and I brought a bunch of figures with me and it was so cool. I would love to be able to do that again. Love to do that again. All right. So just because I gotta do it, I got it. If you end up spamming something in the chat like over and over and over and over and over and over, I have to put you in timeout. But it's only for like a minute. But if it gets too much, it just becomes unenjoyable for others. Ethan, I didn't think it was gonna be, but so far the 2 that I've gotten have been wildly good. Like, it's so impressive. So the answer so far is yes. I'm gonna get some more boots and see if they're worth it or not. But yeah, I think I'm gonna grab like one of the Halo ones, or maybe the Doom ones, for sure. Shaquille Oatmeal. Anything? Yes. Yes. And Max, I like turtles. I actually like turtles a lot. I don't really like Ninja Turtles that much, but real turtles, dude, I love any kind of reptile or amphibian. I'm like their biggest fan. Huge fan. Huge fan. You know what, Fudge? Is that new one out? Because there's the new Spin Master ones. Is that out? I was thinking about it. Because I'm more just curious than anything. I think is he out, Fudge? Karamir. Yes, I have. Actually, I've been fortunate enough to do some official Funko toy photography for Disney, for Star Wars, and it's quite incredible. And I actually really like shooting Funko Pops, to be honest. I actually really enjoy it. It's really fun. They're very photogenic. Lobo! Easy way to get right to my heart is ask me Star Wars questions. Favorite Star Wars movie is The Phantom Menace. And boy, what a joy it was to see that in the theater again recently. And my favorite Star Wars figure is my Mayfex Mandalorian. Who's ever been watching that from the beginning is like, I'm tired of hearing him say that. I have answered that question a couple times. Not my favorite Star Wars movie, though. Ooh. Oh, wait. TF2. I saw this and I thought it was T2. Like Terminator 2. TF2. I don't know what TF2 is. Jenny, do you play video games? Yeah, I actually in times in which I have the free time and I'm just sitting at home, I usually really just like to play games. I play a lot of Pokemon. I play a lot of Fallout 76. I love Fallout. Those are like my two biggest ones. I played a lot of that action figure game. Did you guys see that? I made a video about that. A hypercharged unbox. Oh, TF2. No, I never played any Team Fortress. To be honest, I don't know anything about it. But yeah, I love to play games. Sorry, Jenny. Yeah, I love playing video games. I have an Xbox, so I'm a big Bethesda. I love Doom. I love Doom. But I like a lot of Bethesda games. Play my Switch a lot. Really loved playing Pikmin 4 recently. Leo, hey man. Never got into Star Wars, to be honest. I'm afraid I'm going to go too wild on collectibles if I do. Hey, you know what? There's a lot of huge IP that people love that I'm not really into. You know, like Ninja Turtles. Like I feel like in the toy community, Ninja Turtles is like the biggest thing. But I have like no interest in it. And that's not because I think it's dumb or anything, because I don't. I'm not particularly interested. And that's okay. Same with you. I love Star Wars probably more than anything. But that's okay that you're not into it, and that's okay. You know, Johnny, I didn't get around to it this year. I did not get around to it, not as much as I would have loved to. I didn't have the time. But I'll do something next year. Did something next year. You know, I should have like the one I did last year. I feel like was like my favorite one. I did like Superman with a baseball. Trolling my BF. I'm going to Pokemon Go Fest in New York City next day, tomorrow. I can't wait. But I play a lot of Go, actually a lot. But I'm mostly a video game, main series game player. But man, thank you, Magic. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna do some more, kind of soon. Darf ich auch Deutsch schreiben? May I also write in German? Right? Is that what that means? Ja, das ist okay. Aber, man, my German's not so good anymore. Das ist okay, aber ich wahrscheinlich nicht verstehen. Weil, bin ich nicht so gut mit mein Deutsch. I used to be really good, but not so good anymore. What was the shop with all the fireworks? Well, the one I go to in Milford, Pennsylvania is called, there's two right next to each other, Spectacular Fireworks and Big Daddy's. So if you're anywhere near Pennsylvania, give it a shot. Coolest items. Does the action figure unbox game have any figures you own in it? No, well, they're not any like actual IP. Like, there's no. It's not like Fortnite, where you're gonna be able to play as a Star Wars figure and a Dragon Ball Z. It's all stuff that they've made up, but they're all very reminiscent of recognizable things. Like, it's like, okay, that looks like a GI Joe. Okay, that looks like Goku. Okay, that looks like this. There's stuff, but there's a lot of also very generic looking things like army men, stuff like that. Ausgezeichnet, Dankeschön. It's been a while. I don't remember a whole lot, but I used to be super good. I was actually an exchange student in Germany in high school. Yeah, for a little bit. It was great. Nilla, thank you, man. I appreciate you so much, dude. Have a great night. Jediel, how do you feel being the best YouTuber? Well, I feel really good hearing you say that. So thank you very much. And like that, like I know I'm obviously not the best YouTuber, but that makes me so incredibly happy hearing you say that. I put a lot, like, for me to say, like, I put a lot of work into it. It's such like, it's an understatement, and it's my own choice to dump so much of my life into it. But that means a lot. So thank you so much, because I definitely do put a lot into it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Ilser, I've seen your question coming up a couple times, and I haven't clicked on it because I don't know what SCP is. So sorry, my friend. A lot of acronyms. There's a lot of, like, I think one of the questions and things where people ask them, like, I don't know. Most of the time are people actually, hang on, people who are asking them are a bit younger than me, and it's a lot of stuff that I'm just like unfamiliar with, because it's like stuff that I don't know. It's like the Five Nights at Freddy's, or the what's the name of the other thing people ask about a lot. It's just stuff that I'm I don't know. I'm just not familiar with. It's just stuff that's after my time, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. It's after my time. Yeah, I'm old, you guys. I'm an old man. But Machu is here, dude. Thank you for popping in. Hope you're having a great day. Hello to you as well, my friend. How is everyone? That's a great question. You know what? That's the best question. How is everyone? How are you guys doing? Are you guys all doing well? I hope so. I really hope so. I'm doing pretty well. So thank you for asking me. Ooh, what's your favorite season of The Boys? I mean, they just keep getting better and better. Season 3 was amazing. So far, season 4, which I have not watched this week's episode yet. Hopefully tonight I will. So I guess I'll say season 3. I guess so. Do you play Halo? I've been very selective. I played a lot of Halo Reach on the Xbox 360 back in the day. And then I played a lot of Halo Infinite recently, and I really like Halo Infinite. I think it's like really awesome. And I actually kind of don't get why a lot of people didn't like it. It's like awesome. It's a really good game. So, yeah. Alex, I'm not a big book person, but I do like to listen to Star Wars audiobooks. My favorite Star Wars audiobook that I've listened to recently is what's the one? It's with Luke and Lando and Ochi of Bastoon. Crap, what's it called? No. Oh my gosh. Someone who's familiar. It's like Luke, and it's like in between episodes 6 and 7. It's so good, and it's about like Rey's parents. It's really good. What the heck was the name of that book? I don't know. Shadow of the Sith. Yes, thank you, Kids Ishihara. Shadow of the Sith. That is such a good book. Holy crap, I love that so much. I really liked that. Frog animations, yes. Wasteland says, Hast du Lieblingsjahreszeit? Do I have a favorite Jahreszeit? Favorite time of year? Favorite season? Right? Lieblingsjahreszeit? That'd be my favorite season, right? Time of year? I think it's spring is my favorite time of year. Have you considered photographing those cheap toy soldiers? I don't know what you're talking about. But it sounds kind of cool, actually. Johnny, yes, kit bashing is so much fun. It's like the perfect gateway to get into customizing figures, just taking stuff. Yeah, totally. Oh, Jenny, I think I'll always like Stormtroopers more just because I like the idea of just like these like what's the word? Just like these nameless, like faceless soldiers that are like evil. You know, even though they're not, you know, like anytime you see a Stormtrooper take off his helmet, I'm like, get out of here. But I do like clones a lot. And they have so much great personality to them. Hey, Jeremazing. Old Green Army Men. Yeah, you know what? I had a fun idea of doing like a photo with Army Men once. I had that on my list of photos that I'd like to do. So I guess, yes, I have thought about it. JDeal, have you watched that one show with Yoda and the Mandalorian? So do you mean the Mandalorian? Yes, I have watched it. And I do like it very much. And it's actually, it's Grogu. The little baby version of Yoda from that show is not actually Yoda. It's really weird. Like, us as fans are like, yeah, but duh, we know it's not Yoda. We just call him Baby Yoda. But for a lot of the casual and like just kind of like normies out there who are not into this kind of thing, they all think it's Yoda. They all think he is Yoda. Because where I work in a corporate kind of office with a bunch of people that aren't really into pop culture stuff. You know, they just, you know, normal people, I guess. And so when I talk about like I'm the token Star Wars guy, you know, in my office, whatever. And anytime I talk about it, everyone is always 100% under the impression that Grogu is Yoda. Baby Yoda is just a baby Yoda. It's like, man, you guys really don't know that? It's like, yeah, sometimes it's crazy to realize, like, yeah, us people who are into this pop culture-y stuff, it's like obvious to us, but not everybody is into that stuff, you know? Hey, Mr. Kiwi, 12-inch or 6-inch? What's your fave? Oh, come on, you know that, man. I'm a 1/12 scale guy, so 6-inch, you know, 7-inch, stuff like that. You know it. You knew that. Can Turkey win Euro 2024? Is this a soccer thing? I don't know. I am the wrong guy to ask. Absolutely the wrong guy to ask. But I hope they do well. Let's see. Hello, Ethan. Hello. Charles says, I'm going to get some of my toys in school because I like to buy the amazing Yamaguchi Deadpool. What do you think about this plan? You're going to sell some of your toys in school? Really? I feel like that's against the rules. Is that against the rule? Like having a monetary transaction happening in school? I feel like that's against the rules. But, yeah, go for it, man. My favorite scary movie. My favorite scary movie is The Conjuring 2. Man, that movie scared the poop out of me when I watched that. I had, like, this, as a full-grown adult, I watched that movie, was terrified, and had nightmares. I had legitimate nightmares because of that. It's a scary movie. James Wan is awesome. He knows what he's doing. Blockbuster, if I remember correctly, you're in HR or insurance. I work for a company that's contracted with New York State. So like any of the healthcare through New York State, sign up for government subsidized healthcare, goes through us. So yeah, pretty boring stuff, but that's what I do. It's what I do. Hallo aus Albany, New York. Yeah. New York. JDL, I have done one stop motion before. I do have a video about it, but I don't really like stop motion that much. I prefer just toy photography. But it is quite amazing when I see people doing it. But I think I prefer just doing just the normal stuff. What's the best Deadpool action figure I can get from any website? I would go just look for like a Marvel Legends, man. There's a lot of great Deadpool Marvel Legends figures. You'll be able to find yourself something good. There's a lot of options. I have the figure arts of the movie Deadpool, and it's great. Xander, I talked about this earlier, actually, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Really like it a lot. Fudge, what are you reviewing next, Sirdork? Coming up, I've got, when the rest of these come in, I'm going to do the Street Sharks. I've got some Transformers coming. I've got some Mafex coming in the mail. I've got a Bo-Katan. I've got some Revoltech Toy Story stuff coming in. I've got a bunch of Godzilla stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff coming all the time. Ajkong, I'm not sure if you said this or not, but who's your favorite Star Wars character? It's the Mandalorian. Din Djarin is my favorite Star Wars character. Yeah, love me some Din. Starting a business in school seems like a good experience for the future. I mean, learning business things at a young age is, I think, incredibly valuable. Hang on, I gotta text my wife back. Sorry. Okay. So, coolest items. Yeah, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see it. It'll be coming out right around my birthday. It'll be a great birthday video. I mean, I guess a movie is just a long video. Mando versus Boba Fett. I don't want them to fight. I don't know. I think Mando would win. Bruce, dude, I love you, man. Hey, Jared, I've been listening to your stream while editing a Titanfall pick. Cool, man. Well, Bruce, I have appreciated you and for a long time, and I will continue to, because you are just an awesome dude. You're the man. So thanks for listening, man. Tangy Fungus. Tips on improving reach on Instagram. Well, Instagram is tough for sure, but I do have a video on this about like how to expand your reach, stuff like that. Mr. Kiwi, no, I just saw your question. That's really great. I'll get you next. But on Instagram, well, number one is always just make sure everything you're posting is like top-notch quality. Like if you're about to post something that's like, yeah, it's not that good, I'll post it anyway, I would say don't post it, because like for me at least, I want to make sure everything I put onto my page is like so up to my standards that anytime anyone goes to my page and they see it at whatever state it's in, I want it to still be followable. You know what I mean? Like I want it to always look cool enough to the point where if anyone sees it, they're like, oh, cool, follow. I want to follow this person, you know? And so if you kind of like sometimes drop your standards, there'll be times where your page won't look as good as you want it to. So that, and then post a lot of reels. Yeah, and try to make them really, really fun and engaging, and have a great little hook right in the beginning of it that makes someone want to watch to the end. So reels are it, because for the longest time I kind of got really lazy with reels and TikTok stuff, and I wasn't really that into it, and I was stuck for so long, and I was like, you know, I gotta be more creative and start putting more effort into the reels that I put out. And since I started doing that, I've seen the followers go up just being able to watch it. It's just reels are really the only way to get new people to find you. on Instagram. It's really like the only way, unless you get really lucky and you show up on the explore page or something. So post reels for sure. Mr. Kiwi says, having access to no firework, what do you recommend for an equivalent? Mr. Kiwi, if what I would recommend is reaching out to Bruce, Aussie Action Figs. He's here in the chat. He has some incredible, really creative ways to, because he's from Australia and he only has access to sparklers, I think. And he has some really creative ways to make really cool, action-packed firework-related stuff without any fireworks. So reach out to him for sure. But if I were to answer my best, if you can get sparklers, do something with sparklers for sure. Sparklers, or just create really cool action without fireworks, which you totally can, even though they're fun. But you totally can just use dirt and water and other things, other non-explosive things. Wow, I've really fallen behind. Holy crap. Yeah, Bruce, you're the man. Okay, so you guys are kind of like neighbors. Aren't you guys like enemies? The Aussies and the New Zealanders? Don't you guys like secretly hate each other or something? Ooh, what's your favorite video game character for photos? I really love shooting Mortal Kombat figures. They're so perfect for toy photography. I really like shooting, even though there's not my favorite video game franchise by any means, but I really love shooting those. What are your thoughts on the SH Monster Arts Shimo? It's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't keep up with all the kaiju stuff, but it's kind of crazy how expensive he is. Like, isn't he like $300 or something? Insane. I mean, he's big, but I'll be curious to see some like reviews and comparisons on him versus the Hiya Toys ones. Very, very, very curious. Hey, Aram. If you had infinite space and infinite money, what other toy lines or franchises would you like to collect? I would get more Hot Toys, to be honest. And then I would also hire a personal maid assistant, I don't know, to keep them clean and organized all the time. Yes, I have. I have done a bit of Lego before. Not my favorite to do, but I've been lucky enough to do some official photos with Lego for Disney before. Really, really fortunate and really fun. Quite challenging though. Quite challenging. Thanks, kids. And so ZL Zeral, I know I'm saying it wrong. The picture's so funny. I'm not a huge Street Fighter fan. I mean, I actually played Super Nintendo Street Fighter 2 growing up, but I don't really have any intention of collecting them. But I see them in the store, and I'm very impressed. I love the packaging, and the price for what you're getting is incredible. And it sounds like they might be picking up Mortal Kombat. So if that's the case, then I'm into it. How often do you rearrange? Oh man, never. It's just so much work. The only time I really do is if I have to dust, and I don't do it as often as I should. It's so much work. Whew. But yeah, clones or droids? Titan speaker. Clones. Come on. Any local hole-in-the-wall toy spots I should check out for figures? I'm always looking for new ways to spend money. Oh, hey, Captain. How's it going, man? Right, it's kind of weird. I feel like there's less now than ever. But if you go to Schenectady, Captain, there's a place in Scotia, in Schenectady, like in Scotia. But there is a little store called Weirdo Comics and Collectibles. Weirdo Comics and Collectibles, and it's a pretty cool place. And the guys that run it are really nice. You have a good conversation with them. Other than that, though, I feel like there's like not a lot of good hole-in-the-wall shops around anymore for figures. Is it just me, or like Captain? I can't think of any others. But yeah, head over to Schenectady. Oh, is that true? Oh man, seriously? Well, then who the heck's picking up the license? Is it McFarlane again? Or I mean, I'm okay with if it's McFarlane. I am. I just want them to do more classic looking stuff. Ooh, Grievous Oda Maul. I mean, I'm gonna say Maul forever, and I think Maul would definitely win that fight for sure. Ooh, what's my favorite candy? I'm gonna get your after Captain. Oh, it's Reese's for sure. Anything with peanut butter for sure. Sounds good. Gotta check out the place. Cool. I hope you enjoy it. It's a pretty good shop. It's not, sometimes they have more than others, but they've got like some good loose stuff. But they've got, like you'll see some import stuff, some figure arts, Mayfix every once in a while, and other stuff too. It's a good place. Show us your favorite Dragon Ball figure. They're all upstairs, but my favorite Dragon Ball figure. Oh, I really love the two the Imagination Works figures. I've got the Goku and Vegeta. I really like those. Those are really cool. Ooh, Maul or Vader? I think probably Darth Vader. Especially in their prime, I think Vader would probably take it. I don't know, though. We'll see. Fudge! Weirdos, Zombie Planet, etc. Everywhere but Weirdos literally got rid of all the good stuff. Yeah. And actually, Weirdos, they seem to have dialed down a little bit, too. So, yeah. And Zombie Planet is more like... they don't have a lot of, they do have some figures, but they're pretty basic stuff. They're like stuff that comic shops get, like DC Direct, a ton of stuff like that. I feel like they're mostly like tabletop and comics, I feel like, than toys. Reese's, good choice. Nerd clusters. All right, I do like nerds, and I like nerd rope, so I'm assuming it's kind of like that, right? Cool. Yeah. All right. Game goers, how to make fake blood. In my most recent photo for fake blood, I used water and food coloring. That's all I did. Just make sure if you do use that, rinse your figures like right afterwards, or they could stain them. But if only you rinse them off, then you're good. What was your original name for your YouTube channel before Sirdork? It was always Sirdork. Actually, I made up the name Sirdork in 7th grade. It's like when I was making my first email address. But Sirdork comes from Sir Daniel Fortescue from the old PlayStation game Medieval, if anyone's played that. And so Dork was just like, I just called myself a dork. I was just I don't know. I was a self-proclaimed dork. I thought it was funny to be Sir Dork. And then 7:30, if you see that, it's just my birthday. Hey, Mr. Kiwi. Hey, League. I vouch for Chubsy Wubsy too. They're family owned and the best. They are not quite as local to me as that. I've never been there. I have met them many times at like the New Jersey Toy Con. Have you ever gone to that league? I would love to meet you there. But I have met them, and yeah, they're really great. Well, did you guys see that bug flying around? I would love to go there. How to not be nervous shooting toys in public. LOL, I did Ant-Man shoot in the library this week. Good for you doing that in the library. That's so cool. Pea-butt nutter. The best way to do it is to just do it. It is definitely, hard to get over that. And I get it for sure. But I think the best way to do it is just like, as long as you kind of get past the idea of people looking at you weird, but they're really not looking at you weird. Most of the time, they're just very curious. Actually, I had a really great interaction recently in public, just from the boys. If you watched that boys video I did, I was very much in public, and people were walking by, and two young guys, I don't know, probably like 20, walking by, like, what are you doing? Like, is that what is that for YouTube? And I was like, yeah, it's for YouTube. He's like, oh, that's cool, man. I'm like, yeah, it's Sirdork on YouTube. I'm like, oh, really? Fire. It's like, what is it? And so they went and they subscribed right there. And I was like, that's cool. Thanks, guys. And then they came back around and they're like, how long does it take for to do a video like that? And I was like, what, like 10 hours? I'm like, sounds about right, actually, for one video. It's like, that's fire, man. Good luck with your career, man. It's like, thanks a lot. You know, it's just like, people are just genuinely a lot more curious and supportive and interested than you'd think. It's not so much like people giving you weird looks and stuff. People are more kind of into it. I think it's cool and it's unique, you know? Like, more often people will have a positive type of reaction to seeing you do it than a negative one, at least in my experience. What's also really cool too, what I would recommend doing is making some business cards. They're really easy to buy. You can get them from Staples, and just make something, put your Instagram on it, put one of your toy photos on it. And so if that ever happens in public, people are curious to ask you about it. Here's my card if you want to check it out. And then how cool and professional does that look when they're interested? You give them a business card and they can pull you up, like with a QR code, they can pull you up on Instagram or something. It's really cool. So I would definitely recommend that. It's a great question, P Butt Nutter. All right. Well, I'm so appreciative of all of the questions you guys are throwing out. Thank you guys. Game goers. Entertainment Earth is my favorite, but anytime I post a video that has a figure in it, I always say where I've got the figure, and it's always linked there too. Ben, hey Ben, how's it going, man? I hope you had a good birthday the other day. Happy belated. Charles and Sirdork, you can also call me Chad because that's all right. All right, Chad, I will. If there are any other questions out there, I will. Hey, Cam the King. How was your shift, Ben? Bringing in that dough so you can buy more figs? I don't own the Mafex Wolverine. I know that there was one that came out recently, right, that people are really loving. I don't have it. I'm sure it's great, knowing the reputation Mafex has. I'm going to drink some more Skittles drink. Whew, man. G. What up, G? How can I make my figure pictures look better on my iPhone? It's not about necessarily the iPhone. I would try to focus on like things like lighting. We have cool lighting. It can look good. You know, just focus on lighting. I've got a bunch of tutorials on stuff like that. And all the things, they all totally are relevant to phone photography too. Focus on lighting. Hi, Heather. Hi. Du hast dein ganzes Leben in New York gelebt? Ja, ich habe in New York für mein ganzes Leben gelebt. Totally messed that up. Ja, mein ganzes Leben. New York ist okay. What Skittles drink is the best? Mine is red. Okay, so you're familiar. So far, I've been liking the red one the best too. But I've had the blue, and that was okay. I've got another one in the fridge now. I don't remember what it is, but the other color. Ooh, a lot. Okay, how much sugar? There are 32 grams of sugar, and then 31 grams of added sugar, 62%. I don't know what that means. A lot. Refrigerate after opening. That's interesting. I saw a question about Fallout. Do you think you could play a Fallout? I think. I have played all of the Fallouts, except for the Fallout 1 and 2 and like the PC ones. I haven't played them yet. I have them downloaded on Steam. I just haven't gotten around to it. But not a big PC player. I don't like sitting. I sit here in this chair enough because this computer is where I work my normal job and this computer is where I work toy stuff. And I'm just like, I'm in this chair enough. I don't want to sit here and play games too. I'm more of a couch player, you know. Charles, do you agree to people that call Mafex or Mafex? I had a little mini discussion on this in a recent video, and a lot of people say both Mafex or Mafex. And I had a lot of great arguments as to why Mafex is correct. And it sounds like Mafex is correct. So, like, even though I don't really want to stop calling it Mafex, I probably will. I guess Mafex is just the American way. That's American way of calling it, I guess. But it sounds like Mafex is like actually correct. Hey, Venom. You guys want to see Venom? He's coming in here meowing. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come on. He's hungry. Oh, you want to say hi, buddy? Maybe a quick meow? Come on. You want to do a meow into the microphone? No? He's not into it. Oh, he wants to leave. You want to leave? Anyway, Jenny says, yeah. Speaking of America, happy 4th of July, everyone. Yes, happy 5th of July and 4th. You know how to get figures in Canada? I've never even been to Canada before. So, but a lot of big name sites ship to Canada. Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store, stuff like that. So you might have to pay a little more for shipping, but any other Canadians here, please help out Coolest Items online. I'm sure there's probably some other Canadians in here, you know? What's your favorite Fallout armor? For the longest time, I liked the T60, but I think I like the T51 more now. For sure. And, you know, some of the Nuka-Cola power or the paint is always great. So if you ever played Fallout 76 has like tons of power armor skins now that aren't like a full new type of armor set, but the different skins, but there's so many of them. Hey, figure fan. Hey. ESMR. Just wait for the video coming out I've got on Sunday. All about bootlegs. A really great bootleg, Spider-Man bootleg. Yeah. Hey, Cam, I appreciate that. Actually, I'm curious. Cam says, hey, just to let you know you got a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Did you find this live stream and subscribe via that? Because I'm always curious, like, do live streams really get put out there on homepages for anyone who's not subscribed? Like, I feel like the best people who tune into live streams are already subscribed. I'm curious to know if that if you found this like on your homepage and then you subscribed through there. Very curious, Cam. Very curious. Machu says CMD stores in Canada. They have a lot of good stuff earlier than here in the States. Whoa. Okay, CMD store. Well, there you go for all my Canadians out there. Okay, cool. That's really interesting. Okay, well, thank you so much for popping in and subscribing. And that's good to know. I didn't think that was actually really possible. So that's cool. My favorite Stormtrooper. You know what my favorite Stormtrooper is? This one. Oh, wait. I love that guy. My favorite trooper. That's why I have made the official Sirdork action figure. Not really official. Just a fun little thing I made once. But yeah, I love the patrol trooper from Solo. I think it's the coolest one. Ooh. I'm sorry. Wasteland says, was ist dein Lieblingsgetränke? Thank you for throwing in very easy words for me. What's my favorite drink? I don't know how to say it. Meine Lieblingsgetränke ist just like seltzer. I really love I drink seltzer water all day, but I also really like Mountain Dew. And I like Rain. I really like Rain energy drinks. But yeah, there's a lot of things I like to drink. But cold, sweet, carbonated things. Kalt und süßig und carbonated. Um, right now it is 8:50 p.m. 8 o'clock p.m. So what is that, like 20 o'clock? I don't know. I'm just sorry. Best clone trooper fake? It's Captain Rex. You know what, man? Captain Rex. There's a lot of great questions in here, and a lot of them are questions I have already answered today. And so the only reason I'm not clicking on them is because I don't mind answering things more than once, but I just don't want this stream to become boring for anyone who's watched from the beginning to end. It's like, oh, it's already answered that. So, sorry if I'm not answering your question, because I have answered a few more than once. Hey, Lowlife, you've been a big inspiration. I too collect figures and try to do toy photography. That's amazing, Lowlife. Well, congrats. I'm happy you're having fun with it. It's the best, right? It's the best. Ooh, what's your favorite movie? Well, I mean, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and my favorite Star Wars movie is The Phantom Menace. But I really like Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition. I really love that movie. It's definitely one of my favorites, for sure. Mandalorian photography. I already answered this? You asked this already, and I answered your question. Did you not hear it? Ooh, what's my favorite vacation? To be honest, I haven't been on a lot of vacations in my life. But I would love to go to Japan. I'd love to go to Japan. Let's see. Cool. That's amazing. Coolest items. I like. That's so cool, man. That means so much to me. Shane. Hey, Shane. Favorite birthday party you've ever had? Actually, you know what? I think it was 2021 when we first moved into this house, and the surprise party that Jonathan, my wife, Harleen, threw for me. That was like honestly one of the best days of my life. Like I think about that day all the time. So she just basically, she invited all of my closest friends and my family, and then one of my good friends took me out to actually do toy photography, and then we came back and everyone was there to say and it was like I've never felt more like loved. Like obviously I feel loved all the time. I've got a lot of great people in my life, but like it's like everyone that I knew and loved was there, just like for me. And I was like, it was a crazy feeling. I like wanted to cry. I was like, you guys all came here for me. But yeah, that was a crazy day. That was such a great day. Do you like the Han Solo movie and the Darth Maul scene? Heck yeah, I do. And I wonder if they're going to ever follow up on that. FNAF says, my question is, are you going to make more SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z content? Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of tough. I'm not sure if I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. I do love Dragon Ball, but I don't collect a whole lot of them anymore. Maybe eventually. What's your favorite animal? Great question. My favorite animal is a frog. I love frogs. Bye, Lobo. Have a good night. Charles says, I have a YouTube channel and I reviewed my Lego mech in there. My first toy review on YouTube. Well, congrats. Keep doing it, man. Don't stop. Just keep doing it. Watch your own videos and watch them and be like, is this boring? Like really, like ask yourself honestly and say, is this boring? And if even if a part feels a little boring, figure out, okay, in the next video, how do I make this even better? And even if it's not boring, how do I make this even better? Just try your best to make every second of every video so engaging that people want to watch and watch the whole thing. And it's hard in a day and an age where people are so used to scrolling so quickly, Cam loves frogs too. Awesome. Frogs are awesome. A very specific question, Artie. Do you have any Pokemon tattoos? Yes, I do. I feel like you must already know that in order to ask that question. They're on my leg. It might be kind of I haven't gotten a tattoo in a very long time. But there we go. There's for alligator for you. Whoa, Odd Duke, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you really a frog? Like, did you type that in with your big No way, a frog that likes Transformers. It says you're a dude. I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe you. We're getting off toy questions now. What's your dream car? To be honest, I don't really have like a big. I just like having convenient cars that like drive well and have good gas mileage. I can fit stuff in it. Comfortable. Like I drive a 2013 Honda CR-V. Like, doesn't get more basic than that. It's not even like a new car. It's like 11 years old, but it's a good car. And the next time I buy a car, I'll probably want to get another CR-V. What's my dream house? I don't know, a big house. Big house with lots of room for stuff, for toys. And thank you, thank you very much. My birthday is not that soon, by the way. Really? Artie? That's a great question. I do like Pokemon a lot. And Fisher, I don't actually watch One Piece. I have watched the first couple episodes. One time I was like, let me get into it. And that didn't really catch me. And so I don't really, not a huge One Piece guy. I think it's still cool. Welche Bücher magst du? Ich lese ein bisschen Star Wars Bücher. Aber ich lese es nicht. Ich höre es on Audible. I use my ears. Yeah, Star Wars books. Right. This is a great Skamuki Doo. Hey man, this is a great question. It is always hard to find time. I'm one thing I usually will say, if it's something you love, you'll find time for it for sure. I do spend actually a lot of time with toy photography, but yeah, it's definitely I would say a really big thing, I guess, to get good with in life that I think really helps life is just time management. Like when you wake up in the morning, like, okay, I'm going to go to work, and then right after I'm going to work on this, and then I'm going to do this, so then I can make dinner and eat. It's like have like a good time planned out so you can fit in everything you want to do, like toy photography. Max, I only really speak English. I know a little bit of German. And for me to say I speak German it's like saying like, yes, my cat Venom, he watches movies, and but it's like not really. He just sits on the couch while I watch movies. He doesn't actually do that. I don't really speak German. I just know a little bit. Omni-Man. I missed the first part of your question, but if you're asking about an action figure, heck yeah, I want an action figure of Omni-Man. I want Mafex to do Omni-Man. How do you cool, Max. Odd Dude, who's a frog, how do you keep motivated? That's definitely a really difficult thing for sure. Well, you'll always find yourself much more motivated to do things you legitimately enjoy. And so I legitimately enjoy action figures and Star Wars and toy photography. So as long as you really enjoy that, it's pretty easy to stay motivated. But and if you enjoy the feeling you get by doing those things too, you'll enjoy it. Like with YouTube and constantly putting out content, anytime I finish a video and I'm like, export, I'm like, I feel so incredibly accomplished that I got it done. And I like that is such a satisfying feeling. And the fact that people actually want to watch it is, yeah, but it wasn't always that way. So you just got to have goals. Just find goals, find things you really want to do, and then just stick to it as best as you can if you want to see those goals met. And Like the only way to stick and get those goals met is by keep on doing it. Actually, a lot of stop motion questions keep coming up. I've only done stop motion one time, and it was for Bluey, which I think a Bluey question just popped in from somebody. And it was actually an official video for Walmart.com, which is wild. The video, I did a video on it. There's like a video thumbnail of me saying stop motion for Walmart, like pointing like this. And then did a whole video on it. Favorite game in general. I mean, I'm just going to say the Pokemon series. All of them in general is my favorite. Figure Arts or Mafex. I like them both pretty equally. Wasteland. Ich mag auch Videos über Lego und Warhammer. Und ich mache Männchen-Fotos. Du inspirierst. So I like videos about Lego and Warhammer, and I don't know, manche. And also I make photos, and I have inspired. Well, thank you so much. Danke sehr schön. I'm so glad to hear that, and I'm sorry I don't do much Lego and Warhammer. Favorite frog figure? I don't have any frog figures. Isn't there like a frog Marvel Legends, right? I should get him. I should get one for sure. Man, this question keeps, like, every couple minutes someone will throw this in. I don't mind answering it. I just don't want to sound boring to anyone who's watching so much. But anytime you see one of my videos and you're like, oh, where do I get these figures? I always say where I get them, and I always put a link in the video description on where to get them. But I recommend Entertainment Earth. I like Entertainment Earth. How do you feel about Zelda? Would you be willing to do some Zelda-themed pictures? Yes. I've done a couple of them, and I'm kind of a noob to Zelda. It's not something I grew up with, but I do really love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I've played them a lot. So definitely going to be doing some more Zelda stuff coming up. I've got one of the newer figures on pre-order. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Ooh. Oh, you know what? You're right. I do own a Greninja figure. So I do own a frog. You're right. Thank you. And I've got a Froakie, I'm sure, too. So that would be my favorite then. Nice. Thanks, Artie. You've known me better than I do. How is this possible? How is this possible? All right, you guys. It's been 2 hours. I'm so incredibly grateful that you guys were willing to sit here and just literally listen to me talk for 2 hours. Like, that sounds awful. But, oh, Harrison, I didn't even know you were here, man. I probably won't do any more stop motion, to be honest. I don't really like it. I prefer just the photos. But thank you guys so much for watching and all of this. Seriously appreciate it. On Sunday, whole new video coming up about Spider-Man, comparing bootlegs and stuff like that. So make sure to please be excited for that. And thank you for everyone tuning in, asking questions, all of that. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'll see you around. Have a good weekend. And happy late 4th to everyone. So, bye, everybody. See ya. Have a good night.